I love me a good squirt. Let me tell you, man, nothing is better than having a good squirt. Obviously, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about the females, okay? But for men, us, every time a girl squirts for us, it's always so fucking hot. Now, personally, I'm not into pee or poop play, okay? But something about, like, when you're hitting it just right and you take your cock out and she squirts, so fucking hot. Now, if it gets on you, alright, have a rag on standby. But just really shows you're accomplishing something. Shows you're hitting it just right. That makes her whole thing just bottom out like a fucking, like a transmission. I don't know. Welcome back to my No Filter podcast, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm currently recording this at 8:09. You might be wondering, Eddie, why does the time always matter? And that's because 8:09, that's about like my wind down time. Like laying in bed or watching TV, not up recording a podcast. But it's now the start of my weekend. I think my day could have been a lot better. Hope yours was fantastic. Mine was just like a meh day. It was one of those days where it's like I just felt numb all day. Like I could care less if someone got their finger cut off, got circumcised. Just one of those days. And it's weird because I wasn't in a funk at all throughout the whole week. Maybe because I was trying so hard to support myself through these like gloomy ass days, because it was raining from Sunday to Wednesday. Today was our first nice day. Now to me it's still a little chilly. I mean, I like 70s, high 60s sunny, but it was just a little bit too chilly for me today. A little bit too windy as well. The wind lately has been ridiculous. I just have not been bothering to style my hair, which is perfectly okay because it saves me time when I get out of the shower. But a hat can only take you so far. Like I said, of course I get a message right when I start. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. You know what I saw the other day? I saw a meme where it's like, this is all I want. And it was a couple having sex on the beach. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, you're going to get crabs. Literally. Like, stuff like that. Like, aren't people worried about, like, sand getting in their fucking pussies and all that? Man, even in my asshole, I'd be scared. I mean, like, I don't even want to imagine what it's like peeing out a kidney stone. Imagine getting a grains of sand in your fucking pee hole. Ridiculous, dude. I don't think I could do it. To me, having sex on the beach would have to be like, oh, I'm going to die in 24 hours. So I desperately need to get this out of the way. Ugh, fucking gross. Oh, and as I get too far into the podcast, everybody's been asking me, Eddie, why are your podcasts only 50 minutes, 50 to an hour? And it's like, what the fuck do you want me to talk about on this thing for a whole hour? If you really wanted me to, I could crank out a little bit longer than an hour. But at that point, after 40 minutes, like, I'm just spewing out random shit because my mind's already fried. This is like my second job. People don't understand. There's a lot more that goes into this, Like, it's more than just, I hold this microphone and I gotta think, like, random shit. Like, I would love for that to be it. But whenever I start being recorded, it's like my mind goes blank. So I have lists here. My boss recommended that I just start writing down everything that I think about at work. And in about 5 hours, I got about 2 pages full. So I appreciate my boss for that, because he's right. I do come up with some weird shit when I'm at work. But yeah, if everybody wants to start hearing longer podcasts, I will just start having a better lineup. Because, man, fuck you. Anyway, what's it called? One of my friends just had their baby shower this weekend. They're not really my friend. I know them through Claudia and what's it called? She's like 21 and her boyfriend's 35 and they're having a baby together. Now, to me, a 14-year difference, 13-year difference, that's a little fucking sus, ain't it? Because, like, he could have groomed her and shit like that. You're going to sit there and tell me that's not weird? He already has 2 kids, a house, a fucking dog. This guy's ripping away her childhood. And, like, 21's supposed to be her prime year. But nope. Nah, you got a baby now, baby girl. I hope you like being a stay-at-home bitch. No, for real though, sweet girl, love her family, but my God, if I was her dad, I probably would have killed the guy. Nah, not killed him because she's overage, but I probably would have said a few unhappy words because you're literally fucking somebody and getting them pregnant when they're younger than you, like by a drastic amount. Maybe 7 years, that's respectable if you guys are older, but 21 and 34, nah, to me, that's fucking weird. To me, it sounds like it was a grooming situation. Not to mention, it's like, she's a decent looking girl, you know, I'm not going to rate her or anything, because it's just not my place to, but, like, now, this is just me. I think, personally, he just, it was like a one-night stand type of deal, and he's like, oh, man, she's kind of fine, and she looks like she can raise my kids and cook. I'm going to nut her. Just fucking... Fucking ridiculous, dude. That's fucking gross to me. I don't think I could ever date anyone who's, like, no more than 8 years younger than me. Especially since, like, when he was hitting puberty, she was just being born. Like, that's weird, ain't it? Fucking weirdos out there, man. Oof. Speaking of, we just had a bunch of bad weather this week. One of my topics I've written down. Because I had a few friends who ventured out during tornado weather. And although we're white Midwesterns, like, you cannot leave your house in the middle of, like, a natural disaster type deal and then bitch about when you're in a spot that has no power and poor shelter. It's like, you put yourself in that situation. You know, a few of my friends were like, let's go storm chasing. And I'm like, yeah, no thank you, because your car can barely make it to the gas station, let alone outrun a fucking tornado. Fucking asshole. Get a better car and then we'll talk. Speaking of, when you see those weather vans that are out there recording, like, the weather, how do those not get blown away? Like, how heavy are those things? I'm assuming they're fucking massively heavy. That's a good sentence. Massively heavy. Kind of like a presidential van. Limo? Not van. Like I said, it's one of those fucking days, man. But I'm assuming they're heavy enough. Like, what are the windows made out of that, like, would protect them from that kind of danger? Because, man, I've seen shit get picked up and thrown. Like trampolines, other cars, cows. You fucking name it, dude. The bigger the tornado, the more shit it's throwing. Man, you know what? And we gotta, you know what it is? We're making the tornado angry, everybody. Here's the thing. If we just stop building houses, the tornado can't destroy anything. Oh, where am I gonna live? Pitch a tent. Pitch a tent, motherfucker. I don't care what you gotta do to get it, but get a tent, so that way when it storms, pick it up and move it somewhere else. You don't have to file an insurance claim. You don't have to pay any insurance. Do you have to pay insurance if you have a horse? Because all you got to do is feed a horse. Put it in a barn. You don't have to pay insurance on that either. Holy shit. All right, everybody, I just figured it out. I cracked the code. We got to go back a little bit. Everybody's buying these fucking Teslas and shit. And these big-ass houses. But what if we take all our money out of the banks? Okay? If you have a family of 4 or whatever, I don't care. Fucking buy a 5-person tent. You'll work it out, okay? Or buy an RV. Just stop paying all these people. People start buying tents and living in fields. We're not having as much light pollution. Oh my God, dude. Imagine what we would do to the system. You know how cheap houses would become? Because everybody's pinching tents. $1 million house is going for $3 on Craigslist right now. I guarantee it. Because no one wants it anymore. And if you buy a fucking horse, you don't have to pay insurance. Not to mention you get a best friend named Stan. We're gonna name the horse Stan, okay? And you don't have to pay car insurance. You know, it's a one-time fee. Besides the food, just feed the horse what you're eating. The horse doesn't care if it's eating horse meat, assuming that you're killing each other's horses. That would be one hell of a lifestyle. Now, I know I'm talking about, like, back then, horses, house like that, but just imagine how much, and you could keep going to your 9-to-5 job. Everybody who's middle class is moving up, Everybody who is in lower class is staying in lower class because you guys are lazy pieces of shit, and you guys are most likely just living off the government anyway and don't give a fuck. Man, I'm cracking the fucking code here. I might go do that myself. Everybody could stay in their houses. I will go do that. Now, personally, I'm a huge, I like to clean up good after work, look good, feel good. So I don't know how that's going to go if I'm living out in the country, not even like a desert. But I would figure it out. I would figure it out for sure. Speaking of underrated, okay, because I want to move on to a new topic. I want everybody to know that I'm just going to start moving from topic to topic. I'm not going to tell you guys now. You guys have to figure it out yourselves. We're like 15 episodes deep. You could figure it out, okay? It's like a teacher telling you that you should have learned this last year. Underrated. Sex with the same person can get pretty fucking hot. Now, obviously, like, you know what the boobs look like. You know what the pussy looks like. Now, for me, that's a big thing. Like, I'm a huge, like, before I start eating it, I always gotta sniff it. Like a dog trying to find, like, a path, you know? I say that because, like, yeah, like, at first starts off really basic, but then you guys start teaching you start teaching each other shit, and then you start like getting into sex toys and all that kind of fun shit. And to me, that's underrated. Not to mention, you both know what you like you know that she knows that you like the Gripper 3000, where it's double-handed spit out the ass, you know, fucking wet, like her hands look like she's playing in the sink. And then you start fucking getting anal beads, and then like you get the ones that are like the little baby balls, and that like extend to like bowling balls. You know what I'm talking about? It's like on a thread. It's like a marble, ping pong ball, golf ball, tennis ball, softball, volleyball, bowling ball, and then you just like rip that motherfucker out like a chainsaw, dude. Really destroy the rim of the asshole. Really show it what it's made of. And everybody's like, oh, that's dangerous. But over time, it'll build a callus to it. Just fucking, ripping on it really fucking hard. But underrated. Find somebody freaky. Obviously, when you get to that point, start throwing other bodies in there. Personally, I'm a huge fan of, like, girl on girl type thing. I'm not a fan of another dude in the bedroom, and everybody's going, well, that's biased because everybody wants a three-way with another girl. And it's like, girls like boobs, and girls can appreciate a good ass. When do you ever hear a man go, man, that's a nice fucking cock there, boy? Yeah, never. Tell me who does that. People who are, obviously men who are bi, but like majority of the men that are trying to have a three-way are normally straight with their wives, girlfriends, fiancés, you know? So, yeah, there you go. There's my little rant. And if you've been married for 40 years and you think the spark's dead, start throwing other bodies in there. Start throwing bodies in there, candle wax, and anal beads. I can be a sex therapist. I think I truly could. Now, personally, I'm not a fan of butt stuff. But I would make it work. I'm thinking, like, over time that the butt would understand that, hey, we're doing anal beads and we're not starting off slow. And that it would just start, like, storing the poop higher up or something. I don't know how the body works. If you're going to, on this podcast, you're going to hear me say some shit and it's like, hey, that's not how that works. Maybe you should, like, look it up. And the answer is no, I'm not going to. I'm not going to educate myself on this fucking podcast. But if I have someone on this podcast, then I'll let them educate me. I'm more of, like, someone explaining it to me. Like an audiobook type deal, but I don't think they have audiobooks on that. I really don't think they do. And also moving on, I've had a few people actually ask me, hey, why is it only like a solo podcast, stuff like that? Is because, like I said in last podcast, for you fucking assholes that are listening, okay, to get people together to do this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm available this day. Okay, well, I'm not. And then there you go. You gotta that's one day of the week already that you can't work on. And then I'm trying to do this every other 3 days, unlike yesterday because I was just too tired because I had to get my CT scan. It's just easier for me to come on here, shoot the shit for an hour, 50 minutes, and, you know, upload it and call it that. It's just, So I know Devin really wants to be on this, but Devin's like, I'm available these days. And I'm like, those are literally the days I'm the busiest. And I'm always busy. I try to stay busy, but, it's just easier to do solo. Speaking of staying busy, my biggest pet peeve is when I'm at work, okay? And I know there's someone at their desk right now who's probably doing paperwork at 2:30 in the morning. I'm not going to name them, but because it's a work issue. I hate being told what to do by people who are not my boss. Now, if you come up to me like, hey, if I leave, this person's in charge, do what they say. Okay, cool. I'll do that because they're my boss. But if you're not my boss, don't come up and tell me what to do because, I'm going to fix my ear. Because here's the thing, right? If you're not working as hard as me, if you've never worked as hard as I have, and you don't have a certain color helmet, I will not listen to you. And I truly hate hating people, especially when it comes to work, because I gotta see them for 40 hours a week minimum, so I might as well be friends with them, which is nice because I'm friends with 99.9% of the people I'm at work with. But there's sometimes people who overstep lines, and it's just like, hey, don't do that. And I wish I could just tell them that and confront them, but some of these people are stubborn as fuck for no reason. I think everybody can relate to that. If you work your ass off, and you've established that you know what you're doing, you don't need anybody's supervision, maybe a little bit of correction from the boss every now and then for talking for too long. It's like, why come bother me and tell me to get back to work? Fuck you. But I love you, man. Man, sorry, I was looking at my paper. I'm like, which one do I want to jump to next? I was just watching a Steve Harvey video yesterday, and Steve Harvey's like, y'all gotta stop talking to women. And first off, he's already calling out all the fucking men out there, okay? He's trying to make up for the fact that this motherfucker has cheated on all of his wives with other women. He's out here telling me, who's damn near, okay, not innocent. Okay, I've made my fair share of mistakes, but at least I have not cheated on my wife 3 different times, or cheated 3 different times with 3 different wives. I could be wrong about those numbers, but you know what I'm talking about. I hate when the motherfuckers who have done the damage lecture us, hey, don't be friends with that female. Don't be friends with that male. You're going to end up sucking his dick in the gym parking lot at 12 o'clock at night on a Thursday, even though you have work the next day, but you're not going to tell your girlfriend because you know she's going to be upset with you because she already thinks you're sleeping. All right? That was really specific, but you know what I'm talking about? I'm so tired of these fucking people who've done the damage, who've hurt people multiple times, and they're like, don't do it. Obviously, it's a warning, but man, you gotta let people experiment on their own. Maybe I want to fuck that redhead who wears the tight red pants every now and again that matches her hair on a Thursday afternoon. Okay? Speaking of redheads, okay, I have noticed an abundance of redheads coming out lately. Maybe because it's finally summertime and they really don't have the fucking skin tone to last through the wintertime. Now, let me explain what that means, okay? The light reflects off the snow, so gingers are more likely to get burnt in the snow. That's my theory. Doesn't make sense? Fuck no, it doesn't. But anybody who's still listening 19 minutes in, you can most definitely call me out on it. Okay? But gingers kind of hide out for the year when it's snowing, so they're only out for like 3 months at like a time, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that because no one really wants to see their fucking pale ass skin anyway. Now, am I the most tan? Hell no, I'm not. But at least I'm not fucking like eggshell white. I'm like a dirty carpet white. Like, you know how you told your kid to stop running on it with muddy shoes and he still does it anyway, and you finally got that steam cleaner you've been wanting for the past 20 years, and you finally got it, and you start cleaning your carpet, and no matter what you do, it's not going to come out? No? Oh, man, I was just thinking about stupid shit I've done in the past, and one of the things I never understood was I was so scared of 2012. Like, not recently, but how old was I? I was 10 years old of the year of 2012. Okay, and I remember how scared I used to be on a daily basis because I never checked my sources. I remember like, oh, the planet's gonna sink and the world's gonna flood. And it doesn't help that they came out with the movie 2012 in 2012. Okay, what the fuck? Wait, let me look that up really quick. Because movie. I'm looking at when it came out. I know it's quiet, but hang on. Oh, wait, never mind. It came out in 2009. That didn't help me at all either, okay? Which, looking back, it was actually a pretty cool movie for its time. But, I was so scared of that movie. And I think it's because, like, oh my god, I'm really gonna fucking die due to the water. But now I'm looking at, like, the picture of this fucking thing, and it's like, I don't know why I thought this was real, but I was only 10 years old. That was my biggest fear. Like, I would camp under the stairs because I would have massive anxiety attacks for the fact that, oh my god, the world's gonna end and nobody gives a shit, okay? I'm over here trying to ask people, have you heard the news? And they're like, no, I haven't heard shit. And I'm like, I'm not gonna ruin your poor day, okay? You know, and then it happened, and I was so pissed off that it didn't because I spent days being scared. Someone just knock on my window? No. Wait, I'm on the top floor. Anyway, I spent days being scared of that motherfucking thing. Actually, months. The whole year. And I told myself, oh, when that year comes around, I'll worry about it then. I'm one of those people where it's like, if I'm having if I'm overwhelmed about something, I push it off until like that very last moment. But I was fucking scared. I was scared out of my mind. I'm like, why the fuck are we building Noah's Ark? What's going on? I was asking all the questions everybody should have been asking. But it never happened anyway. I should have checked. It doesn't help that like in December 2012, I think it was because it was the last of that those dates, which was 12/12/12. And my dad's like, you want to watch the movie 2012? And I'm like, sure. Not completely remembering that it's the end of the world that night. And you know, some people think the world actually did end on 2012, and this is the afterlife. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? There's rent in the afterlife? Oh my fucking god! Just put me back on that fucking wasteland of an earth. Stupid. At least I could be swimming and not paying rent. Rent's fucking stupid. I work for the landlord. Okay, I work to live here. But yeah, I was just so scared of 2012. And I rather, you know, if this is afterlife, let me tell you something. Fuck that. Hopefully, I'm waiting for the next one. Oh, 2024. Speaking of working for the landlord, you know, I was thinking about this as well as at work this morning. And I was like, man, if you buy a dog or a cat, which is realistically kind of like buying a slave, I guess. I don't know how the slaving system was credited back then. Is this where I get canceled? But we buy a dog for entertainment or for work. Like we did slaves, okay? I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I'm still trying to compare the two for some fucking reason. Oh, no. Okay, I'm being serious. If you buy a dog or a cat, right, you have to go to work to pay for that cat. Still, it doesn't matter. It's like a fee that reoccurs, like a dog food and shit. Vaccinations. And I know what I said about the horses earlier, okay? That, oh, you don't have to pay anything else after that. That does not correlate to this. I'm assuming that's a different time period. But if you buy, like, a dog and cat, you have to work for the cat. Therefore, you work for the cat and the dog. How fucking ridiculous is that? And then if you have a sea animal, oh my god, don't get me started on people who own fucking fish or turtles, dude. That most useless animals on the planet. They're meant to be out in the wild for a reason, okay? They're fucking appetizers. I just saw on someone's story not too long ago. Rest in peace, Jeremy. We'll miss you. And it's a fucking fish. Are you kidding me? You're upset about a fish that you couldn't even pet unless you were taking it out of the water and you were holding it and making it hold its breath for 30 seconds while you get your loving in. Is that the kind of person you are, that where it's like, oh my God, I'm going to miss my fish? I fucking hate fish. If I win that shit at a carnival, I just give it to a kid who I know is going to forget it in the hot sun. Let that bitch boil. I know that sounds fucked up, but fish aren't just kind of just a waste of fucking space. Something that takes up counter space and that will start to stink if you don't take care of it. My brother used to have turtles. Never took care of them. My dad used to fucking get on his ass all the time. He never did it, and I just started doing it. That's why I hate turtles. Quick short story for you fuckers there. And then I recently started, my nipple finally went back down in size, which is good. And for everybody who doesn't know, I had an allergy attack sometime last year, I think it was. And I was trying to shave my chin because I missed a few hairs. And I ended up slicing my nipple because I sneezed when I pulled away my razor. My hand was close enough next to my chest that when I sneezed, I sliced my nipple open. I just put tape on it, duct tape, for a few days, and it went away. It scarred pretty bad, and every time I rub against it for too long, it starts to hurt, or if it's too cold, it aches. But a lot of nerve endings there, I guess. If I had milk in my boobies, bro, I'd be spilling that shit everywhere. Matt, you still listen to this? Still listen to this right now? Your keyword is, we used hot dog last time. Relish. Your keyword is relish. I know I asked that about my dad last time. I was like, Dad, if you're listening to this, say hot dog. And I have not gotten a hot dog text from my father, which is good, which means he's not listening to this. Because when I become famous... No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine? No, which I guess it's good that my dad doesn't listen to this, but same time, it's like, why not just give me the like? And if you're already this far in, give it a like, share it, tell your friends about it, okay? I'm going to become one of those YouTubers now, like the people who do a daily vlog, like, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you don't like and subscribe, I'm going to jump off a cliff. People like that. Oh, and now I gotta keep my voice down because I got neighbors to my left. That was fucking quick. Apparently, they moved in like 2 weeks ago. They moved out. They moved in the same day that old guy moved out. How the fuck is that possible? The old guy moved out at 7 a.m. They must have had a cleaning crew come by, and then they were in by 3 p.m. That's impressive. That's 8 hours that they were in and out. Man, I better get my fucking security deposit back. I take such good care of this fucking place. Like, yeah, my carpet's a little dirty. Okay, but the rest of it, pretty fucking good. The only thing I don't get, okay, is my oven is against the wall. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But then the grease, because it's at the end of my kitchen. I'm going to put a photo in this next podcast. Because I'm not going to get up right now and take a photo and put it in here. It's at the end. So it's against the wall. So like the pans and stuff can put grease to the top, which is fine. Wipe off your cabinets, wipe off your microwave shit. You know, you get the idea. But then the wall, in the corner, like the ceiling and the wall where they meet, it has a slight yellow tint to it. Maybe it's been like that the whole time. But man, let me tell you something. That's the only part of my apartment I'm not proud of. There's a few things that kind of was fucked up when I moved in here, but I mean, it's just your basic wear and tear. You know, I'm such a party animal, you know, I gotta make sure I keep my shit together. I never really went to parties growing up. I was such a fucking loser. Had no game, had a buzz cut haircut, which that's fine. But as a kid, dude, oh my god, I had fucking luscious locks. And you know what I was doing? Bzzz, shaving it all off like a fucking retard. But then again, I'm gonna go flashback to my cringy time. I used to like this girl. I'm not gonna name her. Anybody who knows me knows her name, so we'll keep it off at that. But I used to like this one girl, And she actually asked me, hey, can you teach me some things on how to bowl? And I'm like, yeah, bro, I want to get my fucking dick wet. And that wasn't the case at all. Actually, she thought I was a girl. She asked my dad one day when I went to the bathroom, and I'm like, you thought I was a girl? Bro, I ain't got no hips. I ain't got no ass. I ain't got no titties. What? I mean, the only thing I could think of was that my hair was just that nice, which it was, but also I must have had a very feminine look than I do now. I was like, oh God, how old was I? I don't remember, but I was young enough to where I sent her a photo that I should have not sent her, and no, it was not a dick pic. I sent her a photo, and she was very, like, animal, like, PETA type shit. Oh, I was in 8th grade, because she was a freshman going into sophomore. And, anyway, I sent her a photo of a flattened out squirrel. I sent her a photo of a flattened out squirrel. Like, it was like, you would think that this was like a rug mat because of how flat it was and the surrounding blood. Like, it was enough. Like, look at my no filter picture right there on my screen. Okay, that's what it looked like, but with like a squirrel in the middle and just like 4 inches of blood surrounding it at all angles, dude. And I remember I sent that to her, fucking blocked me. And at first I was like, why does she hate me? And then I'm looking back and I'm like, because I fucking traumatized her. Like, oh my God. Dude. Looking back, I mean, she was kind of bitchy anyway, but, you know, at least you could have been like, that's fucking gross, you're getting blocked. Nope, she just blocked me. And if you're cringing as hard as I am right now, thank you, because we all know that that's just fucking not it. Let's just say I've learned a lot. Okay, I try not to send people those kind of pictures anymore. Yeah, and then I remember, oh my God, now I'm just remembering the whole thing. Okay, alright, we're gonna get cringy here, okay? So, here's the thing. I remember I was talking to her over the phone, alright? We were like best friends. Okay, she probably thought I was gay. I was getting ready to get invited over to a sleepover and fucking pull a white chick scene, and I'm not gonna explain it. You could go watch the movie. We were on the phone, and I was like, oh snap, we got fucking toaster strudels or something, I don't know. I forgot what I was looking in the freezer for. She goes, that is so cute. I've never heard anyone say, oh snap, in a long time. And subconsciously, I was like, oh yeah, I should keep saying that. I'm just, oh God, I'm cringing so hard. I'm trying to tell my story. And I would say, oh snap, at least 3 times a day to remind her that it was an adorable saying. And looking back, the first 2 times were a hit, slam dunk, fucking home run, shoo! And then after that, you could tell she got fucking sick and tired of saying. As you can tell, you know, I was not the prize I am today. Let's just say that. I hope I run into her at some point and be like, hey man, like that, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. But yeah, man, okay, I'm gonna tell one more story that came from this because it just hit me. She was older than me, okay, which means she had more wisdom. But here's the thing. Me being in 8th grade, I used to try to help her with her problems. And by that, I mean she used to have a crush on this guy that we used to bowl with, who I won't name because I think I bowl with him now. Could be wrong. I don't know. And she'd be like, yeah, I really like him, but he doesn't text me back. And then I was like, girl, you need a man who texts you back every day and uses the word, oh snap, and sends you pictures of dead squirrels. I was like trying to steer her away from other dudes having her, which at the time, that's a good idea. Steer her away, talk shit, be like, oh yeah, he punched me in the balls and ran type deal. But They ended up fucking. So it didn't work. It didn't work, but I tried to have answers for all her problems. I thought if I can be that guy, then I would totally seal the deal. And I did not seal it at all. And it sucks. It does. But I learned what not to do. Okay? Really threw my back out on the line for that one. And, yeah. They want to know why I'm so ruthless. Because that's why. Because I can't let those memories go. I'll think about it when I'm at work. Because like I've said before, I've had a lot of time to think at work. And I just, that stuff pops into my head and then it throws me off. I'm an honest guy though. Look at that. Now you guys get to cringe with me. I was just actually talking to Adrian the other day, and I was like, I really want to get a Challenger, and he goes, oh, you should get one now or wait for, like, the final series to come out, because that's, like, the last to make it, and, you know, why the fuck would I buy a 2016 when I could just put that money towards a new one? But I'm like, do I really want a $900 car payment? Like, those things are ridiculously expensive. It doesn't really matter what kind of credit you have at that point. They really just want their money for the car. Now, obviously, if you have a $900 car payment and your interest is 1%, maybe just pay it off early. I don't think I would ever... My max for a car payment would be $500, respectively. And that would be for, like, a brand new truck. Because, like, my truck, my payment's only like $400. People are like, oh, that's a lot. But it's only, like, a 3-year loan, and I'm already 1/3 of the way through. Why? I don't keep going. I had my heat on because I was fucking. I had my heat on because I was chilly, and then like the first 5 minutes in this podcast, after cringing so hard, I'm now hot as fuck. So I really want to go turn it off, and I might take you guys with me, but I'm not going to. You know what? I'm not a big fan of, and I was really hoping that I would sooner or later like it. I don't like my feet being touched. I'll only let a certain amount of people touch my feet. It's just kind of like my hands. Everybody just kind of judges it. Like, your feet are rough. Ugh, yeah. But they're not as rough as they should be. Like, I sweat so much in my boots at work that it's like, they're pretty fucking soft in the summertime. Like, to put in the description, describe how much I sweat. Like, in the summertime, I have like a puddle in my boot of sweat. And obviously, because, like, that spot's not really getting any air, you know. By the way, for boots, I just got Wolverines. Best boot I've ever had. Like, my knee pain has basically subsided for a little bit. My knees still ache. But, like, before, when I was wearing these boots, Heist, fucking dog ass. Don't even bother buying those. Spend the extra $100. I don't know how much these boots are. I know Heist is like $200. Fucking spend the extra $100. You're paying for quality. Now, if you're on a budget, buy fucking Red Wing. I don't know why people buy Heist. I get like this. I think they were trying different brands at the time to see what would work best there. No, fuck that. Heist, not the best. And I get, like I said, not the company's fault, the one I work for, but the company who makes those boots should be ashamed. They lasted maybe 4 months. Luckily, it didn't come out of my pocket. I just heard a voice. I'm scared. My door's locked. I should yell my penis is out. Maybe that'll fucking... My biggest fear is living here because my landlord has a key. And I'm the only one with the key, obviously. I'm not giving a key to anybody else. Okay? I don't want anybody coming into my fucking humble abode. And God forbid I'm like beating the meat or something. I don't really beat my meat, but God forbid that one day I decide to do it. And like my landlord comes in, I have like my earbuds. I don't know why I would have earbuds or headphones, but imagine. Like you're laying there on the floor on your side in your bedroom. Got a sock on hand, cock, and you're just yanking it with your earbuds in, and then you don't hear your landlord knock, and she comes in, and she catches you mid-act. Now, I cannot say certain things, because I don't know who listens to this, but I would do some serious shit for some free rent. I'm not hurting, but let me tell you, you know what I can do? What X amount of dollars a month with that? Dude, I can get like 4 tank... What the fuck is that sound? Am I really going to have to stop this podcast? Go figure it out? I'm about to go beat somebody's fucking ass. Someone's probably trying to pick my lock or something. I'm going to get raided on this fucking podcast one day. Or, like, someone's going to come in. I'm not going to stop it, because this thing's raw. A lot of people go, why is it raw? And I'm like, because why else would I edit it? You guys got to be with me during the boring parts. I've only had one spot where I got stuck, and that's because I'm like, what kind of topic do I want to sit on next? Okay, I want this thing raw. Like, you ever masturbate 5 times in a row? And you cannot say no, because we were all 12 once, okay? Even though you... Come on, let's be honest with ourselves. I think the most I've ever done it was like 5 times in a row. I was like 14, and I'm like, God, this is awesome, right? And I was fucking cranking them out, cranking it. Like my skin was so raw. Oh God. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna stop myself on that one. I would love to lie just to make this entertaining, but at least I'm not jerking off at work, okay? But I would say like 3 times, and I never beat my dick raw. I think I did because I was still new to it at the time, but 5 times was exaggeration. Come on, how many times can you jerk off before you're like, okay, nothing's coming out? Like, you know what the trick is? You gotta, like, flex your thighs. Flex your thighs, hold your breath, beat it soft. Boom. Instant nut. More like 30 seconds, but... Ew, this took a turn, didn't it? It's a No Filter podcast for the reason, everybody. I hope you're enjoying it. Because for me to come up with, like, right now I'm firing off the top of my head like a fucking machine. You know what I want to do? I want to fill up a red Solo cup full of jizz and, like, bring it to a party, like, halfway. And, like, leave it on a table and just wait. I know somebody's going to pick that fucker up and take a shot. They're going to be like, oh, someone left their beer here. And they're going to fucking drink my semen. And I'm going to feel like a fucking champ. Now, is that considered sexual assault? Because I'm not really forcing myself on them. You know what I mean? So... And they're not going to know it's me. I mean, unless you're like, all right, everybody take off your fucking pants right now. I'm going to gargle each on one of your fucking loads that come until I find out whose was the saltiest, you know? Nah, I don't think it'd be sexual assault because you're not forcing them on it. But it could be. God forbid someone sees me put down the red Solo cup. I gotta put it down, like, super early. Speaking of fucking parties, I'm hopping topics here, but that's okay. Parties, bro. Did Bill Cosby go to bars to, like, to choose the chicks he was fucking? Because here's the thing, right? Can we give this man the credit he does? Can we give this man the credit he deserves? Like, this man was going to the bar, planning out his time perfectly for when she goes to the bathroom, drop that tablet in her drink, she comes back, she drinks it, he starts his timer now. Okay, he's got 3 minutes to get her to the car, and so she doesn't have to be carried out and be suspected, okay? And then carry her from the car to the house and to the bed, undress her, spit on it a little bit, you know, do his thing. I don't know exactly. I never read up on Bill Cosby at all, so I'm just freeballing it here. But, you know, do his thing, take her, get her dressed again, and drop her off in the bar parking lot once more. She's passed out through all of this. You think he was handcuffing his client? I mean, his people? I asked that because it's like, how do they not wake up? I don't understand how the drug works. And I know a lot of people are going like, wow, he's really talking about Bill Cosby and saying he's a fucking legend. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the amount of work that this man put into to achieve what he wanted. That's the fucking attitude you should be having to go to, like, the gym or to work or to the grocery store. This motherfucker was doing this on the daily. And you can't even take your fat ass piece of shit out of your bedroom, take your fucking Cheeto Puff finger-covered hands, and do something with yourself. But no, that man was making moves out here. I don't really like Bill Cosby because he was doing all that shit to women. It's not funny and it's not cool, but I gotta respect the art, man. Like, it takes fucking balls. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that one, but I promise I don't mean it truly, unless you want me to. Oh my god, I've been fucking having bad protein shits lately too. I feel bad because I've been going to the bathroom a lot at work, but it's only like 6-minute bathroom breaks, maybe. and like my farts have been smelling like I shit my pants. Like I had a fart so bad today that like I can feel my cheeks rubbing up against my each other, and like it felt really like lubricated. And I'm like, oh my god, did I shit my fucking pants at work? That's I don't know. I don't think it's my biggest fear to shit my pants at work, but for sure, like what you get? Okay. I'm assuming that you poop your pants and then it kind of falls to the bottom of the underwear. But the thing is, like the upper underwear, like when you walk, can easily just rub against you. What are you wiping yourself up with? Like maybe a work shirt or something. But like, are you gonna like leave that? So we have a guy that comes in and washes our clothes for us, our work clothes. I'm like, imagine leaving a shit-filled shirt in the laundry bin. And it has our names on it. So it's like, oh, this guy's going to forever remember me as the guy who pooped his pants at work and had to use a work shirt. That's one of my biggest fears. And and my farts lately are once again smelling so bad. They smell like death. And anybody who knows me knows that if I eat enough protein, my shit smells like egg salad. And it's you know what? It's not like it's too bad, but the problem is that smell gets into the air and it like thickens the air in the room. I love Dutch ovening Claudia's dog. I think it's so funny. I don't know why, because I'll fart if I'm having like really bad egg farts. I'll fucking I'll let her under the covers that one time, and I'll just like lock down all the corners and just fucking. And it was just, and instantly she's getting up. She's trying to find a fucking way out, but she can't because I have her locked and loaded. No, but really though, I'm Dutch ovening her dog like a motherfucker, and it might be considered disrespectful to some, but to me, I think it's hilarious. Okay, it's called true art, and you people should fucking you guys should truly respect it. Speaking of true art, how do you guys have your silverware drawer lined up? I just text Theo Vaughn this because I'm hoping that one day he'll reply me back. I like to text Theo Vaughn every once in a while. Like I texted him good night 3 nights ago, just randomly. Good night, Theo Vaughn. I actually just texted Theo today, even though he doesn't reply back. One day he might. I asked him, when you're vacuuming, do you get the urge to just pull your pants down ever so slightly and give yourself head from a vacuum cleaner? And I was like, you know what? Actually, show me what your silverware drawer looks like. Okay, and these are the options. And I want you people to tell me how your silverware drawer is set up. And obviously, if I already sent you this text message, don't worry about it. Because the response I got for it was kind of crazy. From left to right, do you have butter knife, small fork, small spoon, big fork? Or do you have it set up as butter knife, big fork, big spoon, small fork, small spoon? Do you have it butter knife, small fork, big spoon, big fork, small spoon? Do you have it set up as big fork, butter knife, big spoon, small fork? Or do you have it set up as small spoon, butter knife, small fork, big spoon? Go back, replay it if you have to. I already know you fucking didn't grasp onto any of that. And if you're driving, text and drive. Fuck the cops. No, I'm kidding. I'm so mixed on this podcast. You guys can't tell if you should call me a racist or a fucking activist. Wait, is that the right word? I think it is. I don't know what they praise people in liberalism. Oh man, dude, we're already inching up on 50 minutes. I covered some pretty good topics today. I hope you guys are still liking this fucking podcast, whoever's fucking listening. And I want to point out that my last few podcasts have been doing pretty good in views. Am I averaging hundreds? Fuck no. But it's actually doing a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. And it's called consistency. See, people, when you're consistent and you actually thrive for something, maybe you fuckwits could achieve something. Man, look at me. I'm out here being so aggressive. Probably because I just got done with the gym. I was kind of hoping it was going to fix my day, but it really didn't. It just kind of fucking added tiredness to it. Went to the gym, and God, dude, some of these leggings that these girls are wearing, they're good looking, but then you see them wear pants that aren't leggings, and you're like, where's all the ass that you have in the gym, girl? Like, where are those? Where's that push-up bra now, Megan? No, seriously though, some of these fucking leggings, they're fucking hot. But then, to me, faking that you have an ass is less attractive than just admitting that you don't have an ass. Like, everybody knows me. I prefer just a nice ass. You can have nice, small titties. That's hot. That's fine. But faking you have an ass, bro, imagine we hooked up and I get to your house and you take off your pants and it's like Flat Stanley looking me in the eyes. Are you fucking kidding me? I can't lie about my dick size because you're going to feel that either way. It's like, we got to stop, okay? It's either just admit that you have no cake or do. I don't know. Fucking, damn, those great ones too. But then there's a lot of hot moms that are starting to go to the gym now. I think it's because it's the summer season. They're only going to be there for like 2 weeks. It's like a wave. But, speaking of fucking gym people, I'm gonna shit on these high schoolers. What the fuck is wrong with you kids that are going to the gym? You guys are getting hopped up on pre-workout, okay? And these kids are coming in wearing tank tops, and that is perfectly fine. Wear what makes you comfortable. Like, I'm not gonna judge you for wearing just a sports bra and booty shorts. Like, she likes to wear that, then she can wear it. Because I think that a gym should be a safe place for you to be without being harassed, right? But these high schoolers are coming in, and they're wearing these fucking, like thong-thin tank tops. And they'll do, like, 2 sets of 4. Of, like, tricep push down or whatever. Tricep pull down. And then they're flexing in the mirror like they're Greek gods. And it's like, can you just not, please? That'd be wonderful. That'd be wonderful. Because they're taking up machines, and they're not like they're in a group like they used to be. They learn that they scatter out enough, then I'll fucking stop showing up. Jesus Christ. Oh! I can't get over the fact that like they used to start in hordes, and now they slowly started going to every cable machine out there. I needed the Swift machine to work on my incline bench, okay? Because I like to alternate between Swift and no Swift. Anybody who doesn't know what that is, go to a gym. You'll know. And they'll do 2 sets, and they take up the entire time. They're there for hours. I work out for like 4 hours at a time, man. Don't get me wrong. But I'm still not sore? Yeah, because you're not actually working out. Flexing is not working out. Flexing is just fucking flexing. That's it. I don't even know how else to defend that point. These fucking kids, dude. I need to make a gym to where 18 and older goes. And if you want to flex like a Greek god, there'll be a separate room to do that. Because, I cannot stand it. The room will have, like, tripods and shit. And, like, pre-workout. There's kids dry scooping a lot, too. And I don't think people understand that. Pre-workout isn't necessarily good for you anyway, because it's a large amount of caffeine in one go. But, like, kids are dry scooping it, and that's worse than doing it with 10 ounces of water in it. Make sure you guys are getting your water in, by the way. I fucking drank 4 36 ounces of water today at the gym alone in an hour and a half. I desperately have to pee. I pee 4 times at the gym. It's probably because I got a CT scan yesterday, and they're like, make sure you drink plenty of fluids. And I was like, will do. Went home, passed the fuck out. Didn't drink anything. I felt like shit this morning. Probably why I have a meh day going on right now. CT scans, by the way, I'm not a fan. Something about getting that shit injected into your arms is just not the move. Yeah, I'm not a fan of needles. Anybody who knows me knows that. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow, and I gotta get fucking shots in my mouth. And I'm so tired of having such shitty genetics to where every time I go to a dentist, I have a cavity. To, like, stop having sugar. How about you just shut the fuck up and fill my mouth? And they're like, oh, don't worry, you'll sooner or later stop having cavities. It's like, yeah, because 95% of my mouth is cement currently. Like, not one tooth is real anymore. Well, maybe my, like, front 4 are. And that's the thing, like, if I ever get into a fist fight with somebody, I'm like, hey, man, like, respectfully, like, can you not hit me in the mouth, and can you not hit me in the balls? Because I have groin issues, like, lymph nodes, and I also just spent, like, $15,000 on this mouth. Can you just, like, hit me in the chest and in the stomach? Anywhere, please, just not those 2 spots. And if they don't respect it, I'd be like, no, it's a fair fight. I'm like, all right, you win. Because I'm not gonna get, I don't want to get fake teeth at this point. I've put so much time and money into this. Well, my insurance did, thank you. I just choose not to. I don't want to get my shit knocked out. Now, obviously, if they come running at me, take the gun out. Pew, 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 pew. But, my licensed firearm that I don't own. I really want to get a gun, But I'm waiting for some things to go through so that way someone can do it for me. Like, not like black market, but anybody who knows. I say that a lot on this podcast, and it's because I really don't want to give out too much information. Like, like a career choice or like license and stuff like that. Like, it's just something that I'm not comfortable with giving out. And that's good. It means I have a filter, which this is the no filter podcast, god damn it. But it's for, let's just say security reasons. How about that? How's that sound? And with us inching up on 55 minutes, I got like a bunch of other stories to tell you, but I'm going to save that for the next podcast, which will probably be on Saturday because I didn't upload yesterday, and I felt pretty bad. I felt like I was getting easy on it. I have to double check with a few people to make sure I could tell a few of these stories I have written down because they're kind of fucked up, and I might be frowned upon amongst my friends because I feel like the Bill Cosby wasn't enough. So other than that, I'm going to call it that for my podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like, share it with your friends. Anyone under the age of 18, don't share it too. I don't want fucking kids watching this thing, listening. But other than that, I hope you fuckers liked it, and I'll talk to you guys soon.